It was a heavy bounty hunter meta, and they were going against EG, and they had to pull out a Treon Protector just to deal with it in that game. He gets a lot of respect on the hero, and Secret should be giving it the same respect here and now. Let's go ahead and get the party started, though, with some quick fire prediction action here. Team with the first tower kill of this game, Waga.
I'm gonna go with the team that has Chen, even though Luna is quite good as well.
Yeah. Team with the most Roshan kills.
Huskar feels like it should be. Even though dire advantage, I still think Secrets should be the ones taking the most.
Number of ancient camps stacked by 30.
There's a Luna.
There's a Luna. So I'm going to go with a casual
6 to 10?
6 to 10.
6 to 10, I think.
I might be over generous, actually. I'm going to go with 0 to 5 for me personally.
All right, I've got the 6 to 10.
And finally, to round things out, we have player with the highest total physical damage done to heroes at game end. Physical damage.
Physical, I really feel that Luna should be topping that. But, yeah, because Huskar, a lot of its damage is just magical. And Axe is pure damage spin now. No, I think it should be Luna by far.
All right, I'll put it on the same mark there, and we'll get underway. Doesn't look like too much early fishy business happening at the moment.
Nope.
No on the Mirana, so things look pretty standard there. As mentioned, you know, usually with Secret it is Envy, I believe, who plays.
He's been scouted though. He's standing under a ward and a sentry. And he drops that. He doesn't know still.
He can't get up there and get it. He actually just loses his own sentry, and he's going to have to weasel his way out through the back door. But this is something Secret are obviously going to be keeping in the back of their mind.
He wants to D-ward back at them. He's trying to, but
Pie's going to be close by.
He should be able to.
But they have that sentry. They'll see him pop out now. And he'll get the idea that it is up there.
They do have a dust, but when you're a Wisp and a Chen, you really don't do anything at all. You've got no damage.
He did end up dropping down the ward. Does that end up...
It blocks.
It does block right in the corner there. I just want to make sure. I was trying to remember the hockey even to kind of make the look there. So he gets this clever little cheeky block, and we'll move on with the rest of his day. We scope out this bottom lane. This was what we were saying was going to have to be that self-sufficient core Waga. It's Envy and his Axe by his lonesome here in the matchup against EYF and DDC. How should this be going?
It shouldn't be going so well for the Axe, but I think Secret are still happy though. They got the Sand King versus Tide matchup, which Sand King does really, really well because of the caustic finale. So I think it's fine for them.
Haven't gotten to see a whole lot of Bulba Sand King. That doesn't feel like a Bulba kind of a hero. You know, we know him for Clock, for Darkseer, obviously, but he's not one to play a lot of Sand King. But I guess in this day and age of Dota, from what we've seen with the success of Navi and many other teams, if you're an offlane player, you might need to have a Sand King under your belt.
It's really quite easy to play in the laning stage, and for taking teamfights later on, Bulba has always been very superb in that regard. So I think he's gonna do more than fine.
And he's definitely going to be holding his own for now as he gets that early point into Caustic. The Tide is going to have to, you know, he's going to have a run for his money in that front. Nearby, Y continues to stalk Puppey here on his Chen, but for everywhere Puppey goes, Pile Dice seems to be trailing just kind of casually nearby as a just-in-case kind of a thing. They've made their full approach to the bottom lane, but because they were casually spotted, FY has been pinging them out, so obviously VG are going to be aware of this.
Yeah, and they're going to scout out the rune. And this should maybe be a snag here from FY. Yeah, bottle is not going to get filled up, so that's quite big. Wisp now can't heal his teammate so much.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit awkward here, and he'll just take the meantime.
Oh, top lane, Mikasa dead. He underestimated the caustic finale. It can go so fast. He walked into the creep wave, and there was a lot of caustic finales on the creeps. And it really just takes one mistake like that, and then the Sand King is off.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you cannot underestimate it.
In a matchup like that, and in a matchup, you know, Mikasa, we already know he's not a huge off-lane player, and in that kind of matchup, we don't play very often. And he'll catch you by surprise.
Well, it's Mikasa's. Oh, they're going on Puppey, body blocking him.
He's going to go all the way around the corner. ZYF with one more second for Lucid Team. Not going to be necessary. They will get that Puppey kill, and they even things right back up. Envy considers moving on forward, but SD has a wonderful target in that Axe to use Disruption on.
Oh, he really does. Yeah, it's great. And this is what a lot of people think about Mikasa as well, that he's a very individually good player when it comes to joining teamfights at the right time and so on, but his mechanical laning skills are just, you know, he underestimated Sand King, and a kill like that is very costly.
And Bulba has been around the block as far as Dota goes. This guy has been part of ancient Dota history, for God's sake. So he'll be definitely privy to the matchup and make the most of it here. He's off to a very hot start. It's only a little over 3 minutes into this one, and he's well past level 5 now. So fantastic start by him, and is going to probably look to kind of enhance this towards a early blink and be an early initiator for his team.
Yeah, most likely.
Definitely fits with the momentum that Secret are trying to harness here in this first game. Arteezy as well, doing fine. 17 CS in the mid lane.
And Chen has been really effectively shut down. He's still level 1, and look at him. He's just trying to get anywhere. F1 is actually out-leveling him, level 2 bounty hunter now, still stalking him.
This is Puppy, though. Waga, he's the best Chen in the world. I'm sure he's been up against quite a few bounty hunters in his time.
I'm Swedish. Ake is the best Chen in the world.
Okay. I see you. Nonetheless, it's something they've probably been, you know, it's definitely going to keep him down quite a bit, but Puppy will live on, and it just looks to truck towards the next potential place to make work. And for now, it's this big bird right over here.
Yeah, he's going to have to recover levels a lot right now, so probably not going to gank so much. Meanwhile, though, the Shadow Demon looking with the Mirana for any way to gank Axe.
Yeah, he goes for the call here. Now a disruption on himself on accident. Envy steps back, and that could be a lost opportunity.
Double tap self-cast?
Oh, DDC. Yeah.
I don't think you can self-cast that in any other way. That's unfortunate for him. It's fine, he still has a clarity, plenty of mana. They'll get him next time.
He was probably Q clicking after the call duration and just hit that Q button too many times. But here he'll have a second chance. Disruption, the arrow will connect. CYF is there with a loosened beam.
Care for the spins.
Pylai Die helps him out with some overcharge. Envy steps in, gets the armor bonus, but is going to be forced to retreat, not going to be able to make it away. They got the loosened beam, and they want a follow-up kill for Pylai Die. Can they knock him down with a nuke? It's not going to be necessary. They get him with the right click, and BGR pull up and ahead, 3-1.
Fight so strong. The Shadow Demon is a very powerful early game support, and Mirana and Luna are also very potent in a tri-lane scenario. That Lunar Blessing makes everyone hit so hard. And he tried to man up there, Eternal Envy, believing, but didn't work.
It is Secret's bottom lane, which is their weaker lane, you know, pairing along with this. Bulba continues to really stride in his top lane, and obviously Arteezy has a pretty lane to work with. Is this troublesome now for Secret, or is it just a minor hiccup?
I think it's quite troublesome. They are also stacking up their Ancients, so that's going to be one way they can recover with the Axe. But I think it definitely put pressure. As your Chen doesn't have a high enough level, how do you take the tier 1 towers? I expected Secret to take the first one, but I might be wrong in that. Luna might be the first one even.
I also probably misjudged how many stacks are going to be happening in this game.
The
because
axe.
You got a Luna, and the Axe is something I did not consider.
That's true.
It's actually Secret really bringing in the stack game right now, which, speaking of which, FY has casually walked by and spotted out, so this will not go unnoticed.
He just wants to hang around when they kill it.
Arteezy moves in.
Oh, the dust! There you got him.
Back when they get the dust. Get over here, you little son of a gun. He does manage to creep down a ward as he dies. Maybe Secret didn't click on him and spot it, so he'll just have that one last little impact.
Yep, they might have not seen that, as he was burning so much.
Well, just a casual little bounty hunter
An attempt here at top lane now. Bounty TPing up as well. But they haven't been scouted by any wards. And they get Bulba.
They're hoping for it here.
4-man rotation. Everyone is here.
Oh yeah, they catch him with disruption now.
Run, Bulba.
He's as good as dead. The arrow's gonna fly. It will connect. They'll hit him with everything. Finally, don't show up, but the Ravage comes out, and Mikasa says, "No, sir."
Yeah.
That didn't happen. It takes them both down.
That tether was way too optimistic. When the tide is level 6, you can't go in like that. In fact, he was level 7 even. Even worse of a scenario. He'll just take the freebie. Double kill it is.
Yep, an ambitious attempt at a save there by Secret, and a wonderful move from BG Gaming, recognizing, of course, that Bulba is getting a lot, and if they could prolong his, what could have been a very nicely timed blink dagger every little bit, that would certainly help their case.
Oh, definitely. But at least Arteezy is smiling a lot over on Secret. He hasn't been pressured much at all, and as a Huskar, that's one of the biggest things. If you don't get shut down in the early game, you can really snowball hard. It's probably one of the biggest snowball heroes in Dota. Yeah, so he needs to get his armlet and then start working.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Guys, double wildly.
Yeah, it's like if the Chen can play a little bit of catch up now that there's a bit of space, I say that, but look who's already on the move in the Secret jungle here. Not looking to give any breathing space at all.
Stopping the farming as well with the Luthen beam. Not even the creeps are safe at this point.
This is rough because you would love to have Puppy play a little bit of catch up and have his peak in the early game match up with Arteezy, and if both of them could run forward and start shredding through these tier 1s and making an approach towards tier 2s, they would meet the quota they've really been going for. But VG Gaming are really making their own name in the early game.
Oh, they are. They are. And
so it's very, very tough for some.
And it's nice to see that they're using End on his carry as well. So they're not just bringing in the Mirana, they're rotating very well with the Shadow Demon, realizing how good he is at setting up kills in the early game.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So with that, they kind of have a free lane to work with here at the bottom. It looks like top Bulba happy to move on well past the tower to quickly take out this creep wave so they can add pressure onto that tier 1.
With Ravage cooldown, there's no way to defend that tower. I think you have to go for a trade here as VG. Just push bottom. You have a Luna. Your trade is quite good. They might go mid even for fights.
Yeah, at least they get the Shadow Demon here to start dishing out some early bits of poison. Slow things down a bit. Now moving forward and hoping for a disruption. Not going to be able to get close enough for it.
It's going to be a clean trade then, because now Luna doesn't push bottom, so it's going to be a tower top going down for Secret. So that was, in fact, really bad for VGR. They hoped that they would get the disruption.
It's taking a bit, though, to get this tower. Secret, without having that big army of Shen and with the Huskar involved, they can't push towers crazy fast.
Envy is trying. Oh, the Ravage is in fact off cooldown now.
Yeah, that's how long it took, is that now VG Gaming Reborn have Ravage up to work with, and they could consider a counter fight. For now, though, they'll at least take the deny and take that money away from Secret. Back in mid lane, No still on the scene defending this tier 2. Arteezy has been here nearly the whole game, with the exception of stepping off to get that quick little bounty kill. He has been firmly planted here, farming up and being the head resource maker for Secret right now.
Yeah, that's why we also see him on the top CS. He's not moving from this lane, and now he might want to let Wisp catch up levels or something, and Wisp is only level 4. Take mid for a little bit and get that level 6 going. And as Envy finished up, yeah, he's very close to finishing up the Vanguard, so he could just take the Ancients as soon as he does.
Yeah, because when you... I was getting ready to pose the question, like, what is Envy's purpose in this game? It's going to be too far off for him to be the true initiator. I guess Arteezy could just take reign of initiator by just life-breaking himself into the fight. But if he's not going to be initiator, he needs to bulk up, obviously.
I think they have enough initiation, but the Crimson Guard is going to help block a ton of damage from VGR. Yeah. There's so many right backs coming in, with the Luna Glaives as well. So that way they can try to just power through the fights instead of just initiating with Axe.
Yeah, he needs to be that utility.
Because you also have Bulba as tanking, and he's rushing the Blink Dagger. 1600 gold. Top tower gonna go down without defense.
Radiant's top tower.
Mikasa helps pick that one up. Got his buckler, and he's only about a couple of hundred gold away from finishing out the Tide mech. On the other side, Secret now grinding their way through a stack of Ancients here for Envy that helps secure his Vanguard, and as you already mentioned,
it will be
Crimson Guard.
Will be a Blink Dagger then, I assume. If he did finish it before going for this, then yeah, he probably will buy the Blink and go for the double Blink gank maybe. Yep, there it is. So Tank King and Axe can now really hammer down on one lane.
So Bulba gets his blink, and then do you think that means it's got to be go time for Secret, make the most out of these blinks, and pretty much take all the momentum back in this game?
I believe so, but right now it's VGR that are making the move, and there's not much vision for Secret, so they feel it. Bulba does not want to defend bottom. He's like, no way, no should be this brave. He has backup.
Everyone's missing off the map. What's happening here?
They're avoiding them so nicely. Arteezy is running up. They might get caught out, but...
FY creeps in first. Pie's nearby. Has a dust in his Wisp pocket. Necessary here.
Radiant's bottom tower
it's dangerous to go under a tower though against Sand King and Chen Heal.
Yeah.
You don't want to dive here if you're a VG.
Tower has fallen.
FY is creeping in from behind on where it looked like the courier was heading back, but it actually changed course to head back up towards Secret here. And it looks like VG Gaming are just going to be running parallel to Secret and no sort of crossing of paths here. Secret just make their move all the way up into VG Gaming Woods, and they kind of read the situation perfectly and just anticipated that VG were on the prowl and avoided it.
FY is also trying to read this courier. You see where he's standing? He has the ward watching the mid lane, and he's standing up here. He just wants the courier. He's like, maybe it goes up here, but no, he's gonna miss it.
It takes the low road, and he'll miss that one. But he comes in from behind and has a chance of being able to at least pop a glimpse here of Bulba.
Yep, he got experience, so he should realize that he's there at least.
But it's kind of interesting to see now what VG Gaming do. Obviously, they were happy to go out on the offensive, but now that that opportunity's gone,
he walked into
reset.
He's dead.
Oh, they popped the dust. He's in the corner with nowhere to go. Valiantly tries to go for the TP. Puppy says that's not happening.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Comes in from behind, takes off his head.
That's why you want to have sentries and dusts against the bounty hunter, so you might find him like this.
Nice little freebie there for Secret. And VG Gaming Reborn kind of
Radiant's
slow their
bottom
roll
tower
as far
is
as
under
going on the
attack.
offensive, and Secret can now
Dire's
pick up
structures are fortified.
onto their game plan that they originally set out
Radiant's
for,
middle
basically
tower
when they
is
threw
under
together this
attack.
draft. This is placed back where they would want to be, pushing forward.
Rana in this. There is a sentry down.
But yeah, Moonlight Shadow, they're looking to make their move. Here's that sentry, and they're on top of it. Heavy makes the call. It's only for DDC. That might not be good enough. Here comes the follow-up. But the Ravage is there for Mikasa, and that could be good enough to shut them down. Heavy even on the Eclipse. He's going to be going down, but Arteezy is here, and the Flaming Spears fly on out. He quickly makes work with Luna. Front flips forward. Destruction is going to be there to save Mikasa a bit, but Arteezy will readjust. Goes for his new target. It's going to be no, and he goes down. Now Mikasa looks to move in, but they can't do anything against this mighty Huskar. Pylite Eye able to keep him alive. Pylite Eye will end up going down, but not before he gets himself a double kill. Him and Bulma both secure it. A 3-for-2 trade, but Arteezy, the last man standing, really, as far as offensive goes.
Dire's top
Now
That's
tower
moving it for
is under
exactly
attack.
why we see Huskar be respected so
Dire's
much, and
top
why so
tower
many teams
has
are doing it
fallen.
now. Pretty much every series has a Huskar pick in these best of 2s that we have. And it's just a dangerous hero in exactly this stage. 15 minutes into the game, you have someone who can heal him up. If it's Dazzle, if it's Oracle, if it's Chen and Wisp, doesn't really matter. Anything that helps protect him, and he becomes a monster.
What do you do now when the monster has been uncaged and released?
I think-
outside of Secret.
I think VG have to wait for their cooldowns and then make a smoke play. But before then, they need to really proactively push out the side lanes. They need to just abuse the fact that Mirana can push quite far before she gets caught out. It's a big thing to say, though, against a team with 2 Blink Daggers and a Wisp relocate. But it needs to be done.
Yeah, if Mirana's able to kind of at least throw the Axe together, that could help relieve the pressure in the slide lanes and be able to outspam a bit better. But I imagine
Radiant's
Secret's game
middle
plan is
tower
not
is under
looking to
attack.
let up too much here. Could
Yep.
make an advancement towards this bottom tier 1. Then options for Roche become a lot easier.
What you mentioned there is a very big thing. Their next key timing. Oh, they're
Dire's
relocating.
bottom
Yeah.
for
tower
FY.
is under attack.
Little bounty hunter
bad.
takedown, yeah.
The next big thing for VG Gaming is going to be when they have the Aghanims on Mirana, because they can kill the Wisp so quickly
Yeah.
that they can't keep the
Dire's
Huskar alive and
bottom
relocate him
tower
out
is
to
under
safety
attack.
all the time.
Yeah, because that is something they do lack here, is some real good focused burst to be
Yeah.
able to deal with the Wisp. Eclipse is obviously not too reliable in that
Radiant's
department,
middle
and then they
tower
just
is
have a couple
under
of
attack.
casual nukes.
Especially against
Dire's
Chen,
bottom
right?
tower
You can't
has
use Eclipse for that purpose.
Yeah, he just shrugs it off with the mighty hand of God, but in a mech follow-up is going to be more than enough. Mid lane, Mikasa,
Boss TP.
he's out of there, right in the midst of it. You know, what could have been a potential stun or call, but they didn't have anything at the ready.
Yeah, they used both of them and then just realizes this window, gets out safely. Well, right now it's a lot of pressure on VGR, even though it's 8 for 8 in kills. And this patch we have been seeing that a lot. Even if the kills can be quite even or even dead even, it's just not the case in the
Makes
game.
it a bit confusing for any newer viewers out there.
Exactly,
It's one of
right.
those things where it's not based on the score above. It may look tied and close. We look at the net worth, though. It's in the favor of Secret, and with the kind of
think-
draft they have together, it's great.
I think the easiest pointer is towers, really.
Yeah.
Look at how many towers have been taken by different teams, and that's going to tell you a big story. So right now, obviously, Secret are doing quite well, taking down 3 towers of the tier 1s and the tier 2 tower. One tier 1 tower was denied at least. Small victories for VGR.
Now Secret smoked up, and they're hanging around this Roche pit now. They already have Sentry by the pit
FY
down.
again!
Yep, they move in, they pop the dust, and the call's there. They drag FY back into his near demise, as he's going to be nuked down quite a bit. Puppy kits it with the shockwave there at the back end, coming out from the Satyr Creep, and now Secret confidently move themselves into the Roche pit if they'd like, but it looks like they have eyes on the bottom.
All these
Rising.
pickoffs that they're getting on FY has been because of good warding. It's just proactive warding by Puppy and of course Highlight Eye. Yep. And that's what gives them all this control of the map right now. And that's going to be a tier 2 tower probably. They might try and take the fight as they have everything
Dire's
ready.
bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, they're reloading.
Reloading, back at the bump. We go from Mikasa, who has the Ravage ready to go. Ravage and Eclipse annihilates Pylite Eye and helps set things up for a following pickoff onto Envy, but then Bulba shows up, moves in, gets off the stun, hits off the mighty Epicenter, and then the dude brings out sidestep arrow, and Bulba's going to be forced to retreat. It's a good amount of damage, but not going to be good enough. They hit him with the drag. He burrows to the low ground and makes him pump. He's going to help him out with the heal, and then the stun already comes out on the head of FY, who just got back, and now he gets dumped once again, Waga.
Yeah, it turns out to be a good trade in the end for Secret here, and they shouldn't be able to catch anyone else, but that was a little bit of a scary misplay. They failed to bring in Arteezy to tether. Aladai has to really make sure that he brings that boy.
Yeah, but the great thing for Secret is they end up making a valiant trade. Puppey rotates in, helps out, and now with Ravage and Eclipse on cooldown, this Roche is theirs.
Oh yeah, they're definitely in a great spot right now. There was a lot of confusion by VGR, in fact. They started TPing out the Mirana at the same time, or TPing out Luna at the same time as Mirana left in. Of course, keeping cancel on Luna, but there was a lot of confusion for them. This Tide on top lane, not secure at all.
Split push and Tide. And those dudes have Ravage. Really not much he can offer at the moment, and I guess it's just going to be trying to stall Secret as much as possible. They're hitting their prime right now, and moving on forward, and VGR are just going to have to start reaching in their pockets.
This is the danger though. The relocate is going to come in, and Bulba is just saving his stun.
And there's a jump. And will the stun be there? Yes, it will. As Tide shrugs it off, but eventually the fire spears keep flying on through.
He shrugs and he dies. That's a move right there. Sadly, no one can set up for them as they return. Really have Luna in a position to fight, as she doesn't have ulti.
Yeah, we look at her item progression right now. Already has, of course, the Dragon Lance, but was trying to throw together the next piece of the puzzle, which seems to be an SNY in this case.
I actually think she's gonna go for the BKB against the Sand King, expecting that damage, but and also a life break. It could be an SNY.
Yeah, I mean the other thing is if someone else can somehow finagle a pipe on their team, but no one's really at that point. You know, maybe if FY had a bit more gold and was able to bring in a bit more track money, he could be a bit more of a utility bounty hunter, but yeah, they might have to consider getting something to kind of shrug off all that magic damage.
Definitely, because it's so hard for Luna. She needs to go into the center of the team fight, and if she can't do that, then she's really not going to fill her role as a carry. That's why the BKB is so necessary for her.
Here's Arteezy creeping up into the high ground, begins his
seen this before.
Siege onto this tier 3, Mikasa with Ravage ready to go. What are the Reborn boys going to do about this one? We'll have to see as Arteezy eats a little bit of damage, but then gets right back into work. He has obviously the Aegis, the extra life, so whatever VG Game Reborn decide to do, they better do it twice on Arteezy.
Definitely, but it's very scary for VGR to go in here, since Sand can't act for both lurking. Can't really overcommit on Huskar with Aegis. That's going to be a terrible mistake. So if you go, you have to go on the backline, but you don't have a blink on Tide. So maybe they should smoke him around or something if they want to take the fight. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what they want to do here.
Secret make their new approach. If this fight goes well, they could be walking away with a Game 1 victory here. Arteezy way out in front. They try their best. There's the NV step in with the call. Creates a little bit of space so that Secret can reposition and get all that resource and all that health right back.
I guess it should be pretty easy to arrow the Huskar when he walks up the high ground siege, since he always pretty much walks up on the same spot. He will stand there and hit. Now the Mirana has her Aghanims completed. This is a big swing, I think.
Dire's middle tower is
The
under
Mirana
attack.
can have a massive impact with the Ravage next time in a team fight.
We'll see. No, Secret is going to be ready for it. They have a wealth of creeps here to help mitigate the Eclipse as much as possible. There's a mech, there's a Hand of God as the response play for something like the Ravage. On top of it here, already VG Gaming try their best to kind of spam out the wave to slow things down from Secret.
You have to hold high ground, I
Dire's
think,
middle
as
tower
VGR. You can't
has fallen.
engage into them, and in fact, Tide is delaying his blink even more. He's going for the full greaves here. Yep, does not care about the blink dagger for initiation. Let them come to me.
Yeah, it's like,
That's what
I
he
guess
says.
if they're already knocking at the door of our base, he doesn't really need to go out too far to
I guess.
speed up with them.
I guess.
And puts more value in, I guess, cherishing his mana and getting off the free heal and mana to his team.
That does have some pressure on Nono now, because he has to land an arrow so they can force the fight. Else, when he wants to go in and take the fight, Secret can just back out. They don't have that good stuns.
Yep.
But they've been pretty on point so far with arrows.
Alright, and it looks like Secret will pull off quite a bit of the pressure they had
Dire's bottom
before
tower
and
is
just kind of
under
go back to a
attack.
bit of a reset here. They've obviously gained a lot in the economy department. Looks like Puppy gets his first piece towards an Agnums in order. We already know Arteezy has recently completed out what looks like the Halberd. So now we have evasion to deal with, and he has a wonderful disarm just in case he ends up into a squabble with the Luna, let's say. So
Man,
this
look at Secret's wording on the Secret Shop here. I guess it really is the Secret Shop right now. 3 observer wards in the enemy Secret Shop. They wanna see all of this area.
This is like their area now. They want to make
playing
sure
it.
that if Vici Gaming try to make an approach with some sort of smoke wraparound, they'll see it coming.
I guess so. Oh, they're back at it.
Long wraparound from FY's Bounty Hunter way back in behind here, but Arteezy's already inside. Makes the commitment for Mikasa. There's going to be a defensive disruption right now. And the Moonlight Shadow will come out from Nono. But yeah, those backliners from Secret, man, they're waiting. I mean, I guess, you know, maybe FY will try to be there to stop a blink, but...
Oh, they don't want to continue for the... Well, they saw FY, I think.
Get that Bounty Hunter! Where the hell is he?
And they want him, but FY, he's been caught out too many times by now. He's like, nope, I'm running this way. He doesn't, in fact, have a TP on Bounty, so he has to be a little bit careful about how far he runs right now.
He's way back right now. He's
Yep, if they went for a Rax right now, he would be in such an awkward position.
But thankfully for him and his team, they have not followed through on moving in for this Rax quite yet. It looks like Secret are making another approach again to the bottom lane. Just as BTR are trying to farm as what they can on the top half of the map. You see how far Nono's moved out. They're frantically grabbing anything out there in the map before the ultimate push comes.
They really are. It's that stressed moment. They're gonna smoke up here, in fact. Secret.
This is
trying
very
to go into enemy
different.
jungle.
Yeah, they're going to try some sort of sneaky play here. They had been pressuring the bottom lane for quite some time. They did leave Pilot Eye down
They're
there.
showing the Wisp at the same time, so they're trying to
Radiant's
say, hey,
top
we're down
tower
here,
is under
go
attack.
farm your jungle or something.
But no, keep pushing top.
Exactly.
Keep pushing top.
This
You're
is-
thinking you're safe.
This little move by Wisp makes the Mirana feel really safe.
Man,
and
she's
it's not the
like,
case.
I'm just farming creep. Oh, what the hell? Yeah, we're all here. Dead as hell. Secret showed up, take out the Mirana with an MP2. My God.
Oh, they pinged out where they're gonna come back. Look at them. They're running down for the relocates. Go, go, go.
Yo!
Catch it.
Oh, they found it.
It's just gonna be high. Oh,
He is back at the base. He did the... What did he do?
He did the Chen send home.
Wonderfully done.
Yep. So
I was like, oh, did
no
he
way
do the
to catch
TP
him.
timing? No,
No, because he was there too long.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's not the... But yeah, Chen and Wisp is pretty gimmicky in that regard. Easy to get away.
Not even a freebie like that for for Vici Gaming.
Even Pilot is pretty tough world though.
You know, it's a cutesy little play by Secret. It definitely brings Nono down a peg. He doesn't seem to be losing too much gold from it, and it's not like Secret are able to follow up with an objective.
It's more that they're not gaining stuff at the same time. And Secret, while they don't get that much from killing Nono, Nono is one of the guys that needs farm right now in VGR. He needs that Blink Dagger very badly, and you almost want to buy back as well, so he can take one fight and then buy back come in and just dominate it.
Yeah, for sure.
But right now I'm looking over to the Huskar. Arteezy has a lot of armor in his items right now. When he gets the armlets popping and his plate mail is soon to be upgraded as well.
Is he going for an AC?
I believe that he should go AC. He could upgrade the boots as well. Brown boots is kind of sad to have at this moment. He could really do anything he wants at this point.
Ignore my brown booties. My spear you must fear. But in the meantime, Secret know they control the vast momentum of this game, pushing closer to 10k in net worth, XP, close to the same here.
Man, Puppy got that Aghanims really quick from when he started it. Got that dragon flying around now. That felt like no time at all.
You know, I guess, you know, taking on the tier 3 bottom, then getting the tier 2 mid, then the Roche, money adds up, and yeah, Chen suddenly flies up from a point booster straight to an Ags, and that makes their sustain that much better.
Really does. I wonder if Bulba is gonna go for an Aghanims or he kind of has to go BKB here. I guess Tide and all the stuff that they have on BKR that could cancel him. BKB is probably the best choice. Aghanims is fun though. Works on illusions as well, the Caustic Finale. So pretty evil against
That's true.
Shadow Demon. That's why it's so good against PL army. You just destroy it with the Caustic Finale application.
I always like to play things. I like to think more on the safer side. I would have been like, a pipe is cool. You know, you don't want to do too much damage from the Starfall, the double Starfall now, the Ravage. You know, being able to shrug that off could be nice, but
Meh. Who cares about
I want the cool play.
Who cares about the people who will die from Starfall anyway? It's just Pi and maybe Puppy.
Them get their own pipe.
In fact, they are getting pipe on Envy anyway, so they'll be fine on that regard.
Yeah.
Because he skipped the Crimson Guard, didn't really want to get that. Went Blade Mail and Hood. It's probably a better build.
The Blade Mail that looks like a totally different item.
Yeah, that's the only item that changes in the game is Blade Mail on Axe if you have the cosmetic for him.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not going to be easy to newer people at all.
Yeah, I wish they did more.
Here comes VGR though, still kind of stuck picking pieces from this bottom lane while Secret have their own advancement down the mid and kind of keeping the pressure there at the more northern part of the base. But they know they've already hit home at VG in this bottom lane where the Raxes are still exposed. So do Secret try to make an approach from elsewhere, or do they...
Secret are just waiting for Roche. It's the only thing. Once they get Roche, then they can start making their decisions. But at this time, it's just a waiting game, and VG Gaming are pretty happy getting just time. That's all they need as well. Mirana is currently 600 gold away from buyback, and Luna, she's 2,100 gold as well, so she's starting to get closer to that meta style. But that's kind of the state of things, and sadly, Puppy is really enjoying this as well. He's got that Granite Golem and Dragon, the combo that every gem player wants when you have Aghanims.
Yeah, I mean, this only gets technically better for Secret as it's obviously taking the majority of this map. You're going to be stuff like, as you mentioned, the Chen with his Ags now building up his dream army. You have Bulba, who's getting on the back and getting a BKB. The utility on enemies all coming together. The armor's getting out of control for
He's got the Ogre now as well. Frost armor. Just adding more.
6 plus 32.
It seems they tried for something mid, but there was a sentry ward actually waiting. Hyladai is on top of that sentry ward game.
Yeah, this is a Moonlight Shadow movement from VG Gaming that's leading really nowhere. They'll flirt around the Roche pin. They can see it's up, but there's already a creep in there waiting. Secret. Just kind of already scouting it out for them.
Yeah, but I think Secret, they're slowing down the game a lot, but they're not going for the pickoffs that they did 5 minutes ago. They kept looking aggressively for something. Right now, VGR are playing pretty much on even fields here with Secret, which I don't think they're in position to be doing. So maybe Secret giving away too much.
Oh, suddenly right to Satanic for Arteezy, it looks like.
Oh yeah,
on the Huskar.
That's gonna make it really hard to kill. 3k HP.
Yummy.
That's not what Luna is thinking in her top.
Yeah. So like, why'd you go ahead and disrupt that Huskar for me a bit?
Yeah. You know, save that for later.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, you're right, Secret have slowed things down. I mean, they still have some aggressive wards out, but they're...
It's time for Roche right now. They're gonna head into it, doing some B-warding as well.
They'll get it. They make their move in, and...
They did not find a sneaky ward, though, by FY. See this ward at Roshan?
Oh, right behind?
The one, no, below. They have an observer ward.
Oh, I like that.
That one is not going to be dewarded, probably, unless Pi commits more. Oh, he doesn't have more.
Without more to commit.
Oh,
move in
gem.
and get started.
Gem in the spirits, they found it.
Yeah. Are they actually going to pull out because of that? I guess
they can just kill it and then take Roche, I think. But this is taking a long time. They're trying to kill the ward, at the same time they're, you know, giving all this space to VG.
They go in, they begin to go to work here. VG Gaming Reborn not looking to deal with that right now. They are frantically, as before, still desperately trying to push out these waves. Probably not making it any easier. He's actually using those A2 creeps to just slow the roll and push in mid lane as much as possible. Nono's looking past that. While the rest of his team, you can see up here in the top lane, make their move towards this tier 2. Looks like they will be able to bring it down, but Secret have got their agent, and now they got exactly what they need, the ammunition, to be able to go for the closing blow.
Yep, High Ground Siege is going to happen now, and so many items as well. The PKB on the Sand King, the, of course, creeps from the Chen. And, yeah, Arteezy is not waiting. He's going right away.
Straight in to see if he can pull off VG Gaming Reborn from their own push. Exposed Rax. Arteezy goes for the weaker one here.
Yeah, the range Rax not being defended at all. They're going to glyph it up, though.
Structures are fortified.
And Arrow will not be there.
I don't think you should glyph that. In fact, the range Rax, it's going to fall to the slightest poke now anyway, but maybe they're going to go really hard committing as soon as he steps in here.
We'll see. Mikasa front and center on this Tide because, well, Waga, he doesn't have a blink, so he's got to be there. The rest of his team wants to set up an arrow, not going to be on the mark. Arteezy long committed dive, puts him behind enemy lines. Might make it a little bit troublesome for Pi. Kai's too far from home, but they still haven't brought him down. Hold that first line. Move in. Mikasa shows up something to blink with the Ravage and tries to make it work for BKB Reborn. The Eclipse is there on the back of BKB Luna, but Puppy helps out with the heal power, and now the turnaround comes from Secret. Arteezy committing right back in, able to take down DDC. These disruption illusions poking at Arteezy a bit, but not nearly doing enough damage. He goes right back to work on the racks. VG Gaming are going to be forced to buy out No-No, but it looks like a Rax will be taking it from the hands of Secret. MV deep dive in, spots out in, pulls him back, leads in for the stun, and then leads to an eventual dunk coming out from MV. He's out for the count, no buyback. Oh no, he does have a buyback. He actually might just be forced to use it here.
I think so.
Fast.
There's just no one that can kill Arteezy right now, though. They need to make it work somehow with an arrow, and even still, the Chen can maybe send him back if they don't burst him quick enough. And there's Aegis. It's just too many troubles right now.
No jumps in with a Star Storm, but quickly gets stunned up. It's going to be looming back and away here as they try to burst out Bulba. Bulba trying to force out. They're doing everything they can to ignore Arteezy. Go for the rest, going to get pulled down. They can't go. The call's there. They pull back that fly, but the Prince manages to weasel his way back out. But you can't forget Arteezy. He's there. He finally will drop. That just brings him back. Rebirth, refresh, and anew. Hoping Secret can close things out now. Arteezy all full life and full mana.
Yeah, the two big cores are dead. It's the supports, and the supports did not do well against the Huskar at this stage.
Yeah, that's not a bold claim whatsoever. This is a mighty Huskar, and it doesn't look like VG Game Reborn are going to be able to do anything to stop him. Secret just moments away from closing out a Game 1 victory.
And we still see so many teams struggle with this. The Huskar pick, even though it's coming as a 4th or 5th pick, it's still catching them by surprise, it seems like. They don't have a lineup that's very prepared for a Huskar, I would say. There's no real hero that deals that much physical damage to a single target. Luna as well, but...
Mikasa moves in, but now quickly eats up a stun and a face full of burning spears. He'll go down, and this seems to be the final hurrah for VG Game Reborn. There isn't much of a final hurrah. It's already over, Waga. It's Secret who take game number 1 with a nice little Huskar game.
They kick off Group B with a win. Of course, this is a 2-game series, so we're gonna see if BTR can turn this around in the second game. Probably gonna see a late game Huskar ban in the second phase.
Yeah, that's where most teams feel like it's just best, because it makes it so tricky, doesn't it? In the first phase,